guys, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro Dustin Marion here to bring you your first Bass Fishing 101 segment. In this one, we're going to delve into probably the most universal rig in bass fishing, which is the Texas rig. And this is something that you're going to use pretty much anywhere in the country, and you can use it for a variety of applications as well. So it's probably the most universal rig in bass fishing, and we're going to start out with that one. So what you're going to need for a Texas rig: obviously, you're going to need a bait. So this is a power bait, Berkley Power Bait Bunker Hog. It's a creature style bait, which when I'm talking about a creature style bait, this is based off of the original Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver. That was the original one. And it was created originally for flipping, which this is primarily flipping bait. You can use it for other applications as well now. But anytime you're doing a Texas rig or you're flipping, which we'll talk more about flipping and pitching, a creature bait is a really good option for that. So you need a creature bait of some sort, or some sort of bait that you're going to Texas rig. We're going to start with a creature bait. You need a hook. All right, so this is a Owner J hook. This is a 4/0 variety. This is usually what I'm flipping with when I'm doing lighter flipping. This has got an offset shank right here for Texas rigging. So this is going to be a good hook for showing you the Texas rig. And then this is not completely necessary, but if we're going to do a flipping application or a casting application, a lot of times I'm going to have a weight. So this is a little tungsten weight. This is a little 1/4 ounce tungsten weight, and that's going to go above your hook, and then you're going to use a little bobber stop peg to stop it. So let's delve into what we're going to have to do there. So the first thing you're going to do is put on your bobber stop. So they come on these little things. They've got loops on them, so you're going to put your line through the loop, kind of bend it over, and then I just pull the peg on off of the wire. I like to put a little bit of saliva on there so it'll go up the line a little bit easier and not mess up your line. And then you're going to put on your weight. So these weights, this has a little plastic insert, so it's not going to mess up your line. I recommend getting tungsten weights with a plastic insert so it doesn't fray up your line as bad. So then you're going to put the pointy end of the weight, you're going to put the line down through the pointy end here. So you pull that on, and you're ready to tie your hook on. So 9 times out of 10, probably the best knot that I've found for almost any application is the Palomar knot. So that's what knot I'm going to tie. So you're going to put the line through the back of the hook, pull it through, give yourself enough line to work with. Then you're going to put the other end back through so you have it doubled over. So you've got a loop and it's doubled over, and you're holding the back. Then all you're going to do is tie an overhand knot with that loop. Take the loop you have, put it back through the hook, a little saliva to cinch the knot down, and then just pull it tight. So we got a strong knot there. And we got my Owner braid scissors here. These are pretty handy. And I just cut the tag end off. Now we're ready to complete our rig. So that is our Texas rig, and now let's put on our bait. So this is the Bunker Hog, like I was talking about. When you've got your bait, you're going to take your hook from this direction. You're going to come from up and go down. So you've got a flat part on the top of the bait. This is where you're going to put the hook point down through. So I'm going to put it about down past the barb here. So it's just sitting in the bait like that. And then I'm going to take that hook point and bring it out this side, maybe 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, say 1/4 inch. So now your hook is sitting like that, right on the bend. Now you're going to take your hook, spin it down, and pull down. And now the eye of the hook is here. So it's flush with the bait, as is the hook point. Now it's flush with the bait. So now you're going to see where that hook point is going to come out. I try to line it up where I'm going to put it back through the bait. Do that. So now you've got your Texas rig right there. And a lot of times, to make it even more weedless, I'll just skin hook it right back into the bait. But see how it's a flat profile too? It looks very natural. This is your Texas rig. So now that we've got our Texas rig, we want to think about where we're going to fish this and how we're going to fish this. Traditionally, where I've got the bait like this and the weight pegged as such, I want to fish this in cover. So I'm going to be able to pitch this into clumps of reeds. I'm going to be able to pitch this in lily pads, around clumps of grass, stumps, etc. And it should be able to go through there without getting snagged up too much. That's the beauty of the Texas rig, and that's why you rig it as such, because it's not going to get hung up as much. And you've got the weighted one here, but like I said, you can also do it unweighted. A good bait to throw on that would be like a 5-inch, like a Senko style stickworm bait. And if you Texas rig that weightless, it's going to have a nice shimmy when it falls. The tail end is just going to kind of shimmy down and fall like that. That's a good light line presentation, which we're going to get into more of very soon. But that's another application for the Texas rig. Honestly, the Texas rig is extremely versatile. You can flip and pitch this, which is kind of tossing your bait into the cover really smoothly, where you're not making much sound, to try to be stealthy and get your bait in there before the bass knows that it's even, anything's wrong. Or you can also throw this out and drag this through grass, over across flats, even across rock and stuff at times too. It's a good presentation to drag like a big curly tail worm, like a old monster power worm, something like that. Speed worm type baits, those are all good for a Texas rig as well, depending on what type of part of the country you're at. So Florida, you got a lot of stuff like that. Up north, Texas rig, when we're flipping it a lot, might be dragging it through lily pad stems. But those are some of the applications I would use a Texas rig for. And this probably gets you started on the Texas rig. And thanks for watching, and we'll have more coming out soon.